All right, good morning, everyone. This is Chad Smith with The Real Solution and Infinite Agent, and this is our morning meeting. We've been sharing with you guys that this is a meeting that our team, the Chad Smith team, has run, and we did the math. Over the last 10 years, we have run this meeting over 2,500 times. We work in our business before we go to work on our business, and that doesn't change things. It's not magic. Doesn't change things in one day, but when you show up every day you go to work and you put in the work to sharpen your skills and to learn the market and to get better and hold each other accountable, if you do that every single day you show up, then 1, 2, 3, 5 years later, you're the agent that everybody else wishes they had their business. You're the agent everybody wants to be. So what we have decided to do is to turn that morning meeting into a live broadcast because we're looking for more people that actually want to run one of the best real estate businesses in the country. And we want to begin to connect with you all around, not just where we're from, which is the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, but all around the United States, all around Canada, and all around the world. So this is our morning meeting. And we do this every day we come to work. We get better every day we come to work. And today's topic, I'm going to talk to you guys about something that I've never shared publicly and I've never heard anyone ever share publicly. So we're going to talk about, as a realtor, as a real estate professional, and really as an aspiring business owner, as an entrepreneur, I'm going to talk to you about the 4 types of coaches that you could choose to hire as your coach, okay? 4 types of coaches. You really have 4 choices. You have 4 choices for the type of coach that you can hire. And I would say 75% of all coaches fall into this first category, okay? The first type of coach that most agents end up with, almost out of a default without trying, is the employee-based productivity type coach. And what this coach is this is a coach that has taken a job as a coach. And the reason they took the job as the coach is because they actually never implemented and paid the price to become a top producing agent that has a self-managed business full of amazing admin staff and amazing agents. And they're a team and they collaborate and they're winning and they're taking territory every single year. So most coaches have taken a job to become an agent coach, some sort of a mentor, some sort of a productivity coach, some sort of a job-based safety and security position because they actually haven't crushed it as an agent. Now that might be a little direct, and that may be offensive to some people, but I'm for you. And so anybody can take enough action to become an amazing realtor and then have the validity to teach and be one of these other categories. But I would say 75% of all coaches never built a business all the way to the point where they took themselves all the way out of production and have led through other people, and so therefore they can show people the steps. So that's the first type of coach. All right. The second type of coach is the type of coach that did build a good business, and then they became either like a franchise owner or they became a kind of independent broker. And I would say over the last 75 years that this type of coach is what has produced the most of the next generation good realtors, right? You got a mom and pop shop. They were locally dominant. They hired agents. They poured themselves into them. And then those agents became successful because they learned from a very good realtor. So there's not really a downside on this one. And let me back up on coach number 1. The positive side of coach number 1 is you can get a bunch of time from them. They'll spend all kinds of time with you. The downside is they just may not actually be giving you the best answers that you could possibly get because they've never done it. All right. The mom and pop number 2 independent broker type coach is there are a ton of good things from it because they've done it. They've built something. The downside to it is there's no big opportunity beyond that little local market. Okay? The bigger it gets, the more it helps the broker, but it doesn't really create big opportunity for the agents that are part of the organization. Okay, number three. Number three you got to watch out for because number three is everywhere. You go on Instagram, you go on TikTok, you go on Facebook, you go on YouTube, and you will be bombarded with the marketing-based guru type coach. And they are doing everything they can to sell you something. And what your job, one of your jobs as a realtor is to distinguish, is this person still selling real estate? Does this person really have a valid track record? Have they really done what they say? Are they still doing it? Or did they just go create or fabricate a story and then use that story for the rest of their career just to sell realtors a bunch of stuff? And I have personally hired several of these people, and when it all flushed out, they weren't who they said they were. They were marketers, but they weren't real estate professionals. And so therefore, they couldn't help a realtor build a great business because they actually never built a great business. Okay? So, coach number one, which is most coaches, the employee-based type coach that never really did top-level production. Number two is your independent broker, mom-pop shop type realtor coach. And number three is the marketing-based guru that is every third scroll on Instagram and TikTok and everywhere on YouTube and Facebook. All right. Now, the fourth type coach, and this is what I wanted to get to today, is what I believe is the next generation, and it is the future over the next 10 years for the real estate agent community. And it's what I call an infinite agent. An infinite agent would be, of the other three choices, would be the most like your independent broker type coach because they've actually done it and built something. But an infinite agent has gone out and understood that we are in a different era than the local-based real estate agent coach. See, the franchise model was popularized from the 1950s to the 1980s. And some amazing businesses were built through the franchise-based model. Think about McDonald's. Think about every chain store that you know of. Think about the big brokers that you know of. But ever since the iPhone, the App Store, and ever since social media, in markets and sectors outside of the real estate agent industry, and because of the decline of the outdated education system, which is also from the early 1900s, there is a rise of people that are going to get great answers from the best of the best in every other area. So just think about this for a second. If I wanted to learn guitar, let's say I just wanted to start learning guitar today, would I go to would I go to Guitar Center and sign up for guitar lessons? Or would I go to YouTube and find one of 5 to 10 of the best guitar players I've ever seen in my life and then watch their free content and then subscribe to their course, get into their master class, and then learn directly from the guy that I want to sound exactly like? Which one would I do? The second one, right? That's the exact same thing that's happening in real estate. And so for you as a real estate agent, it's an amazing time because there's a handful of agents that actually built their business all the way to the level where they could take the time to learn these new business models. And they have then taken everything they've ever learned, just like those guitar coaches, and they put it into a master class. And now they're collaborating with agents all around the world and soon to be in multiple languages and new communities, independently free of the brokerage, are developing, and they will develop over the next 10 years. And so those are your 4 choices as a real estate professional. You have 4 types of coaches you can choose from. Most people out of default are ending up with the mentor-mentee relationship productivity coach that their broker assigned to them. And in most cases, they never sold more than maybe 10 to 20 homes in a year. So they can show you how to get to there, but they can't show you how to sell 350 and still have a life and never miss anything with your family. They can't show you that because they never did it. You could go to a mom and pop shop independent broker and they're good. They're good agents. And you probably didn't get into real estate just so you can learn how to sell 24 homes a year and that was it. Most people get into real estate because they know there's unlimited potential and they are seeking freedom. Number 3, you could end up hiring the marketing guru that it looks good, but it's kind of like a sugar high. Like they're like going and buying Brahms ice cream and it's fun for a second and then there's no substance behind it, right? That's a choice. Or you could find what I call an infinite agent. Somebody like me and our community. Right over here on my Zoom, I've got a Zoom room full of amazing people, and I'm looking at people that are wonderful, that have been here for a while and doubled their business in 2023. Agents that are having the best month they've ever had in the middle of 2023 and this year in 2024, right? The Chad Smith team is going to sell $9.7 million in production in the month of March and sell a house a day in the month of March with only 9 agents, right? So there are communities. You're not alone. You don't have to be alone in 2024. However, it's up to you to make a sound business decision as to who you're going to connect with. And so we do this every day. We're going to live stream it. But then as soon as I cut the live stream, I'm going to jump over here onto Zoom and we're going to pour into each other. We're going to talk about the tactical things that we're going to do to win today. So if you're looking for an infinite agent, someone who's actually done it, that's actually worked all the way through all the steps, taken themselves out of production, led through other people, become an investor and won back time freedom and have great relationships and they have all their priority structures set, reach out to us. And we would love to welcome you into the community where we're getting better every day. So with that, I'll let it go, let you guys run, and we will see you next week on the live stream. Have a great weekend.